Hey friends, family, how's it going? I want to just woke up. I'm extremely tired. It's been surreal. I'll talk about that in a minute. But I want to just before too much more time goes on, I want to go ahead and answer Sarah's thread on drug-related records, and I want to congratulate you, Sarah. I think that this came about because of subscribers that you have already. Well, I just want to let you know that I really like your personality, and I can just tell by watching you that you're someone that I would really enjoy as a person. I also like the fact I can tell that you're very honest and that you would be someone that I could respectfully be friends with because you wouldn't be bullshitty to me and I wouldn't have to be bullshitty to you. And you would say what's on your mind respectfully and intelligently. I just really hear that when you talk. Really like your style. I really do, Sarah. So I picked two records because excuse me, factually a lot of records have been made under the influence or drugs were somehow involved. A lot of records that you would not assume would be the case. You know, a lot of top 40 hits and jazz standards and records by people like Rosemary Clooney and Tony Bennett. Those people were jacked out of their heads. You know, I wasn't there personally to tell you, but I do know what I'm saying, you know, and if I had to go on a fact-finding mission, I could get the facts for you. But two records, because I've been thinking about this among other things, two records that I would choose to represent drugs involved in the making of the records. One is the Moody Blues. I chose this one on the threshold of a dream, but that series of early albums that they made, beginning with Days of Future Past, they have stated publicly several times in interviews that all those albums were influenced by their LSD trips, absolutely. And I would like to say that personally as a result, because I was introduced to LSD properly, and that music was introduced properly, and the Moody Blues were one of the bands that was introduced, it fits, and the Moody Blues forever remain large in my psyche. Great respect. This is an amazing band. And I always associate these songs with LSD, honestly. I love the Moody Blues. I think the Moody Blues are... No, I'm not going to do that. I was going to make a value statement, and I just realized, you know, all that anyone does when they make those value statements is create camps, those that agree and those that don't. So I'll just keep it to myself. The other record that I'm going to show that I don't know was made on drugs, but boy, does it sound like it, is The Residents Not Available. This record is the album that they made that they said that we can't release it until we've forgotten that we made it. So it came out something like 3-4 years later. Supposedly that's the whole story. But it fits because this is a very unique recording by the Residents, and it sounds like they're in a time capsule at the end of the universe somewhere. This is so strange and so good. So those are my two records that I wanted to present for drug music. Again, I think that most of the records that we listen to qualify. Some news and some business news. I will I be making fewer videos? Not in general, but yes, actually, the thing about Indrima is that I've known about Indrima for a long time, but now that it's official, the cogs in the machine on the record label's part are now moving, which means that there's more work for the band to do. See, in the old days, getting signed to a record label, everyone thought it meant that, you know, you've got it made, now you're getting money. That's not what it means, you know. It can mean that, but that's not what it means for us. The biggest point, the best thing about it is, number one, validation. that you're good and that this company is going to, make a relative investment in you and help you to a degree. And really, because that's really not their point, is in helping us. The point of a record company signing a band is always to help themselves. They think they can make money on us. I'm glad they think they can, and they're giving us an opportunity to do it with a little bit of backup. That's what's probably the most significant thing. But it does mean that the band has to work harder. As elating and as exciting as all this news is, all it means is more work for me and the band. But that's good, because this is the kind of work that we want to do. I mean, I don't want to work a 9-to-5 job. But most of you musicians know that many musicians work, and we're working, and we're still getting paid nothing. And we don't want to do that. We want to be moving on a trajectory where we can be musicians and make it work, make a living at it. So the record company, being on a label, with some of their limited resources to our use, maybe we can make a go of this. So yeah, I already yesterday I spent a big part of the afternoon just with Nick, celebrating personally, because really Nick and I go back the furthest when it comes to Indrima and just in general. And then tomorrow the test pressing comes in, and the other primary band members, and it is like that, that it's me and Nick, Craig and Aaron, kind of the nucleus of the band. We'll get together and listen to the record and hopefully approve it, so we can get that rolling. But yeah, it does mean that I need to spend more time working on band stuff as well as my stuff. And so I'll just letting you know, I'll be you may see even fewer comments from me, So what next? Oh, regarding the business of Indrima coming out, because this is exciting news, it's big, and I want to share it with you. Right now you can pre-order the album. It won't be on CD, it'll just be iTunes and album. Now, I got a hold of it. Now, I told the record company in the first place, but I reminded them this weekend that when you pre-order, you have a choice. The record is coming out on black, and it's also coming out on purple vinyl. So I sent them that information yesterday. Hopefully they'll get that up so that when you folks pre-order from them, you can specify which one you want. I'm going to wait a few more days before I start the pre-orders through my channel. The record, because it's being released by me and being distributed by Team Love, still the primary place to get the record actually is me. So, and the way for us to make this work is for the majority of the records to be sold through me actually, at this point, in order to recoup our money. So, and now I'm thinking on business, and I'm also thinking out loud, and I'll be doing less of this because that's the way business works. You can't be so transparent, which I do think sucks, but it will help Indrima as well as Team Love, that you folks that are really interested in getting the record, go ahead and pre-order from Team Love. It will be cheaper by $1 from me, okay? Just so you know. I don't know what they're charging for postage, but they're charging $16 for the record. I'll be charging the usual $15, okay? So you can save money from me, buying from me. But at this point, if you're interested, it would be a good show of faith. I'm just being transparent. It would really be helpful for the record company to see interest in the Indrima record. So if some of you folks that are ready to pre-order, please go ahead and pre-order from the label. That will help. The idea of working with Team Love is to have legs. You know what I'm saying? In essence, I've put out the first record. Nick and I have put the first record out. He did spend a fair amount of money in the studio down in Kansas City, finishing it up, and then the mastering Nick paid for. So the hope is that if we can show them that people want the music, that maybe they'll do some of that investing for us for the second record. We already have some recordings already done. We already have our first band composition that we've written as a band. Got that done. Nick already has more new songs for us to work on and flesh out. So we're good to go. And that's the significance of being on Team Love, having the band, having the label, in a very limited sense, show us some faith in what we're doing. One other thing I'll say is this, because we did talk about this specifically yesterday, and yeah, Icky Blossoms was created with the idea that Dereck and Nick wanted to see. Can we write catchy tunes? Can we do this? Can we make people dance? It was very conscious. I was in on that from the ground floor. I remember when they first started talking about it, and I've been involved the whole way. Still am very proud of what's going on. It's working, okay? But what's happening within Dreama is this is an art. This is art. That's how we see it. It is truly an expression of the self. You know, primarily Nick, because he's the leader. But that's how he sees it, you know, and I agree with him. We're not trying to make any commercial records. We do not care that the songs have hooks and that it's easy for the listener. No, we're making music exactly the way it needs to be made, the way it comes out. And it's a hard ride, you know, for some. But that's what's good about it. You know, we both think that in many ways, as much as I love Icky Blossoms, I'm playing it a lot. Actually, I really like it. We both feel that the music of Indreama probably has more longevity as far as once it gets into the listener's psyche. We don't know that, but that's what we think, and that's what's happened to us. The recording of Indreama is 2 years old. It still sounds fresh. That says a lot. And we both have had to listen to it a lot to get it ready for this, you know what I'm saying? And I had some trepidation about that when I had to break it back out, thinking, man, time has passed. You know, I'm scared now. You know, is this, you know, does it sound dated already? Thank God it doesn't, you know. And I listen to music objectively. I do. And so I'm glad to say that it's it's good to go. Already working on going on tour. No details yet, but we're working on it. And the one detail I can give you is this. We're working on going on tour in October, starting in October, right away, okay? So if everything works out, then yeah, I definitely won't be online. I'll be on the road. No details yet because we're still working on it. Should know something pretty soon, okay? Wrap this up. Yeah, this is more of what I've been living for. You know, I mean, like I've said, I'm mainly a music fan, big record collector. I'm not a hardcore professional musician, like some of you guys on here. I dare say that I still haven't heard any of his music. I don't know if you watch me, if you see this, Dave, but Dave out in the Bay, the bass player with the amazing jazz. I'd love to hear your records, Dave, but you strike me as a truly professional musician, which I am, but I'm not like you are. Not like Dave is, you know what I'm saying? But I am a real artist, you know what I'm saying? There's a difference, though, you know what I'm saying? There is slightly a difference. I'm not sure where I was going with the thought, but I'm just glad to be in this spot. I'm glad that this is what's happening at this time in my life. I walked out of my job of 27 years in March, and here in August, I'm signed to a record label. I like being able to say that, you know what I'm saying? Just being able to say it like that. That's an accomplishment. That's a personal accomplishment. Do I have a lot of money in the bank? No. But that's not an accomplishment to me. That's a necessity. I need lots of money in the bank. I need it. Okay. So the other thing that is it's been causing me to kind of, you know, reassess or just look at, kind of culminatingly looking at my career, you know, And I took some pictures of my discography, you know, all in one, and put them on Facebook yesterday to share. All my CDs, all my albums, and all my 7 inches all together. And Sequoia Flame shared something with me which I didn't know, which I really like knowing. My first 7-inch EP, Dereck, there was only 200 of these made, but he said he saw one go recently on eBay for 70 bucks. Obviously, I don't get any of that money, but I love hearing that. You know what I'm saying? This has value. Of course, my records have value to me, but this is legitimate shit, people. You know what I'm saying? You folks that have bought my records, they're they have value. I mean, above and beyond the fact that it has value to us for the music, but son of a gun, but my records have value, you know, and that feels good. That's nice. With that in mind, the orange are gone. The last one that Dan didn't buy, I sold it. I do want to remind people, buy my album. This is damn good. It's good. Help me to realize my dreams even further. You know, and this is your chance to completely knock me down if you want to. And if that's what you want to do. Again, it doesn't say something about me, it says something about your shitty nature. But help me make my dream come true. Let me be successful at this. I already am, but you know what I'm saying? Let me have some of that fucking cake. You know what I mean? I deserve it. I do. I deserve some of that cake. Let me have some, people. Help me get there. Buy my records. Buy our records. Tell your friends to buy them, you know? I feel good saying this right now because I'm thinking about the way the world works. And I'm thinking about a lot of people that have a lot. And, you know, they don't deserve it any more than I do. And many of those people that have a lot came about it so dishonestly. And I'm trying to do what I'm doing honestly, very honestly. Help me, people. Make my dream come true. It's already true, but buy my records. They're good. I mean, they really are. They are. I will end this. 2 more thoughts. The first one is political because I can't not make a comment. It's the election year. The mania and the ridiculousness of the competition is now at a fever pitch. I'm hooked to I am hooked on the media, so I do listen to the radio and watch TV, but I have to turn it off because it's insane. And the main thing I just want to say this, I just want to be sure that I'm not the only one that realizes that the only thing these politicians are doing is getting their jobs. Everything they say is a lie. None of this is for us. We are pawns caught in the middle. None of this is about fixing anything about America. This is about them getting their jobs. That's it, period. I will make an inflammatory statement. Any of you of my so-called friends that actually believe that the political system still works, or that any of them are actually working for yours and my benefit, you're just a fucking fool. And that I just say it because that's why they can continue to get on TV. And like I just watched Meet the Nation a little bit and I had to turn it off, you know, getting ready for the Republican convention. I turned it off because we're caught. You know, there's nothing we can do about this madness because none of this is about saving the economy. Nothing about this politics is about saving the country. None of this politics is about helping the American people. None of it is about that at all. That's what they say, but that's all lies. You got to know this, people. It's so obvious now. It's all about the self, them getting their jobs, staying paid, keeping the racket going for those that are in the money. Period. I just have to say it because it's just so obvious that there's nothing else going on. And if you foolishly want to believe that something else is going on, you're just God damn, how stupid could you be? I'm just got to say it because it's just a crazy psychotic atmosphere that the world is in right now because of the global economy. And I think about this because it directly relates to me. Here I am trying to fulfill what I'm trying to do. Economics is a big part of it. Trying to be in a band, go on the road, play music, sell your records, you know. I know there's a lot of people that would love this music who have no money. And it's getting more like that, you know. So the charade of the politics weighs heavy on my mind because I know that they're not going to help any of us directly get jobs back or make money or make our lives better. Maybe indirectly something will happen if they can get a deal for one of their crony friends where it might maybe accidentally create some jobs. But that's it ain't thinking about us. You're a fool if you think otherwise. I'm just telling you, you know, if you don't like me saying that, take a look at it closely because I'm telling you the truth. You're an idiot to believe in the political system. It's busted. Okay. Now try to end it positively. There's a lot of things that I always forget to say. Some records coming out. The Dead Can Dance. I hope I get that. I hope I can get that on the clear vinyl. I've heard a little bit of it. I really like it. Glad to hear about the new Neil Young. Something psychedelic by Neil Young. That's positive. Swans are coming to Nebraska next month. I have my ticket already to see swans. Never have seen them. Looking forward to that. Oh, that brings to mind today. Joe Budenholzer of Backworld is in town. Finally, he and his wife are here with the baby to, to see his mom. Now, he didn't get a hold of me directly, you know, but our friendship has always been like that, you know. It's like Joe is a friend, but not a close friend. But anyway, should be seeing him and meeting his child today. I've met his wife, Lori. She's awesome. The studio session has been rescheduled for tonight. That's what's going on. So I'm just trying to do what I know to do that fulfills me, which is to make music and art. It's just always so much, you know, and then I resist writing things down because they come and go, come and go, and come and go. So I just hope that when you see this video that life is going well for you. I'll put the link down below the video to my blog site where you can order Dereck 2. Please order it. Please help say it blatantly. You know, help me. You know, rather than try to fool you. Oh, this is the best thing since sliced bread. I'll just tell you, it's good. I made it. Buy it. It would help me. You know, everyone that's bought it, when they give me the feedback, yeah, it's good. Be well, everyone.